And we're joined now by Ryder Cowan on the Oklahoma golf team. Ryder, how have you been doing? I know it's been a pretty crazy summer for you. You just got back from Marion this past week.
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been a wild summer. But it's been good. I mean, a lot of travel, and a lot of cool places that I got to go this summer. So very thankful for that opportunity. But no, we're back at school and we're gonna get back at it here pretty quick. Yeah, we'll be good.
Before we get into what your summer has looked like, can you kind of take us behind the scenes and what your golf background is, what got you into the sport, and what made you fall in love with it?
Yeah, I grew up in way west Oklahoma. Both my parents grew up there, and both of they both played college golf at SWASU in college. So I kind of grew up around the golf course, and I feel like I had a club in my hand at two. So I feel like I've always loved the game. I've always been around. I mean, I used to go to the golf course for 8 hours a day and like just walk home. So um, for me, like I just kind of grew up around it,
Hmm.
and both my parents played it. My uncle played, so it was always good for me. And yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Being from Oklahoma, now you're playing for the Sooners. It that has to hold like pretty big significance, does it not?
Yeah, no, 100%. I grew up going to like all the OU games. So we lived in Norman for a little bit of my life, and we
Hmm.
used to go to the Norman like OU football games like full time. So um, I always wanted to come here. I always wanted to play golf here.
Hmm.
So to be able to do that, and I don't know, it's kind of like a special feeling for me and for my family. I've loved it here. I mean, it's been a great experience for me, and I love this team. So I'm excited for this year, and this
Hmm.
year will be good. But I got one more, and then we'll call it good.
Absolutely. Going back to this past spring season, before you went off this past summer, what were some of your big takeaways from how you performed in the spring and how your team performed?
Yeah, I feel like I performed pretty solid. I played pretty good in the fall, and I played pretty solid in the spring.
Hmm.
And I had a lot of talks with like coach, and I was putting myself in a lot of good positions to win golf tournaments, which is always good. I felt like I gained a lot of experience just trying to win golf tournaments,
Hmm.
and that kind of gave me a lot of confidence for my golf game and just like where I was going. Um, but I don't know. I feel like my mindset kind of just changed overall around golf. I kind of had a tough time about a year ago,
Hmm.
and then a tough time about a year ago. And I mean, anyone that's played golf, like like
Yeah.
golf is such a up and down type of sport. Like it's just there's gonna be ups, there's gonna be downs, and you just can't do anything about it. Like you literally can't. But my mindset just kind of changed around golf. Like I'm just gonna go out and like just do whatever I possibly can to do to play the best possible golf I can. And and I was totally good with the result, and I was totally good with whatever happened. And I feel like that kind of just changed my mindset, and it put me in a better spot. And like when I was in positions to win golf tournaments, like I was in a good mindset. So I feel like that helped, and that was kind of like my mindset and everything around the spring and last fall.
And I really think you started to turn heads at Shinnecock back in June. Took home co-low amateur honors with Jackson Coyven out of Auburn. Just what do you think your best strong suit was from that weekend? And what is something that you learned about yourself from that weekend that you can take into this next season and as you start to progress in your career?
Yeah, Shinnecock, it was it was unreal. It was probably one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. Um, and something that I really learned for myself and like what I don't know from Shinnecock, I guess, is like I can play with. I always believed that I could play with the best, and I always felt that. But there was a point where like you don't really know until you actually do it. I learned a lot about myself, and like my short game has always been something that I can rely on.
Mm-hmm.
And at Shinnecock, like I was able to kind of prove that and show that. And I don't know. like being out there, it's such a cool experience because you play against the best, and obviously you want to play good. But that was one of the best experiences in my life, just being out there, and you know, I watched all those guys growing up.
Yeah.
Uh, and so being out there and playing against them and trying to compete against them, like I didn't want to just go out there to play. I wanted to go out there to win, and that's just how that's how I work. That's how I roll. So, um, obviously didn't get to do that, but
Yeah.
it was still a goal. I mean, that was first goal of the week. So, but it was a good week, and it was really really special, especially on Father's Day too.
Absolutely, and that's always why I love the U.S. Open and what weekend it falls on, because usually that Sunday is Father's Day. But just at the scoreboard, I know you took a look up at the scoreboard in round one and you saw your name up there. Just what is that feeling like for just your average Joe that sits there and watches?
It's hard to explain. So like, I mean, first round, like I felt like I was really locked in. Like, I was hitting the ball great,
Mm-hmm.
and I knew I was tied for the lead after I don't know how many holes, six, seven holes.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I was tied for the lead at 2 under, and I go to the next tee box, and 17's like the stadium hole pretty much.
Yeah.
And I hit a good shot. And I had like, I don't know, probably 12, 15 feet. And I was like, I actually have this putt to like take the lead. And I mean, it went in, but like I feel like there's a video, but I just kind of smiled for a second because like that's what people dream of. Like you sit on the putting green for hours when you're a kid and you're like, oh, this is like to take the lead at the US Open or like to win the US Open.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was pretty cool and a pretty special moment.
Is it? I think it's 11, where it's that 50-foot straight up the hill. I mean, on TV, it doesn't. I feel like TV doesn't do it justice because it. I know it's 50 feet, but it really didn't look that crazy on TV. But seeing it in person, just what was that like? Because I can't imagine. There's no golf course down here in Alabama where it's like, all right, you have the shot 50 feet up the hill, you can't even see it where you're landing it.
Yeah, so it's hole 10, like,
Hole
it
10, yeah.
literally it's a crazy hole, like, it goes down, and then there's a hill that goes way down, and then you're sitting at the bottom, and, like, if the wind is blowing straight down, like, on Saturday, I believe, it was blowing, like, 30, and it was blowing straight down, and you literally, like, couldn't stop it on the green, like, it
Mhm.
was, impossible, and then if you land it, like, a foot short, then I mean, it's rolling back to your feet pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's a really sketchy shot
Yeah.
if you're down there. I mean, you're like, okay, this could end up at my feet or it could end up 20 yards long. I mean, it is what it is.
Mhm.
But no, that was a cool hole. And I mean, there's a lot of cool holes out there, but I don't know. That was a good one.
I want to flip now to the U.S. Amateur because I know this is still fresh on your mind. You just got back recently. That match against Miles Russell is probably going to go down in history, and it was just so entertaining to watch. Just what was it like actually being in that moment, going up against Miles?
Yeah. I mean, I think I talked about it a little bit with some other people, but there's a time like Miles right now is I've said it, like he's a figure for golf. Like
Yeah.
people want to go watch him. They want to go just see what he can do and how he plays. And so I knew there was going to be a lot of people, which I love people. I knew there was going to be a lot of cameras. And I said that I felt like I didn't feel like the underdog in golf, but I did feel like the underdog in the perspective of like people being out there and like rooting for me in a way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but I mean, it was fun. I mean, Miles is he's a good dude. I mean,
Hmm.
he's solid. He's a good kid, and I mean, he's really good at golf.
Yeah.
He's good at golf. But I mean, other than that, like he's a great dude, and I mean, we
Mhm.
had a good match. It was an unbelievable match. You know, to start, we both didn't play as good as we wanted to, but I mean, it was still a great match. So it was really fun though.
I feel like I have to ask you this question because when I found out that you only had two golf balls, I was like, "Oh my goodness!" My first thought was Tiger Woods at Pebble Beach. I think it was in 2000, where he was putting in the hotel room and forgot to put the balls back in the
Yeah.
bag. When did you realize? And was there ever a thought in your mind where it's like, "Hey, let me go to the pro shop real quick and go buy some balls"?
Yeah, so I totally forgot. So we switched hotels.
Uh,
I played the playoff in the morning, and we switched hotels. I knew I only had like a ball in my bag, but I knew it was new, so I was like, I'll just play the playoff with that one, and then we'll switch hotels, and then I'll put some more in there. So we switched hotels, and it kind of got like tight. Like we were like, all right, well, like I need to go after we switch this, and I totally forgot to grab balls. And I get on the highway. It's like a 20-minute drive, and we're like halfway there, and I'm like, oh, like there was some other words that came out, but like I was like, I forgot golf balls. Like I don't have golf balls in my bag. I have one brand new one that I just played with this one hole this morning, and then I have another one in my bag that was like somewhat used. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. And my mom was like, well, I mean, we can buy balls in the pro shop, and I was like, they have logos on them. Like I don't want to play a ball with a logo. I was like, all right, well, I'll be all right. I'll just play. I'll play with 2 golf balls today, and then figure it out from there. But luckily, I didn't hit any balls in the crap.
Yeah, I'm thinking because like I think that you said that one had a little bit of a scuff on it, so then you moved to another one, and it was like kind of in fair condition. But I mean, I was just thinking to myself, I mean, if you go through 2 golf balls, we might have seen you, with what is it, the long golf ball scooper out of the water, just trying to find golf balls to play with. I mean, find a little Callaway Super Soft here. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have to deal with this for
I
the rest
know.
of the round.
I know. I was gonna have to ask Miles to see if he'll give me a ball.
Oh man, could you imagine that? That would have been incredible. Last thing on the U.S. Amateur, just what was your overall takeaway from playing in Marion and getting that experience?
Yeah, I mean the experience is everything,
Hmm.
especially nowadays. I mean, you play against the best. Like you want to go out and you want to play against the best, and you want to play at a high level against the best. It was a good week. I unfortunately I didn't play as well as I needed to that final round against Logan,
Yeah.
and he drove the ball a lot better than I did, and uh, put him in spots to where like I couldn't. Like he had all the pressure on me in a way because I was
Yeah.
playing out of the rough full time.
Right.
So I don't know. That's kind of what I took away. I mean, I played good all week, and I showed myself that like I battled. I battled really hard all week. I mean, I was at one point I was 6 over through and stroke, but I was 6 over through 20 holes.
Hmm.
So being able to make the cut and come back, like that's important, and that's important to me, and it show myself that I have that battle. But it was fun. I mean, USGA events, USAM, like it's always the best, man. It's a good week, and you always want to come out with a trophy, but it's at the end of the day, it's either you win or you learn. So being able to learn while I didn't play my best, that's what matters. So.
And I know you're going to be playing for Team USA in the Walker Cup next month over there in Ireland. Just what does your preparation look like for that, and how excited are you to represent the U.S.?
Yeah, it's special. It's gonna be special. I'm so excited, man.
Hmm.
It's really incredible to be able to kind of go rep the USA, and play over there on international soil, and it'll be a special event. But yeah, preparation wise, I mean, it's just as usual. I mean, unfortunately, right now it's literally 134 degrees in Oklahoma. Like
It's
it's
the same
so
here in
hard to be
Alabama.
outside, dude. It's so bad. Like you can't even go outside for more than an hour. I'm like, what the heck? But no, I'm excited. It'll be a good week, and I'm excited to get going.
Are you a big like early morning, late afternoon guy? Because I feel like, as you mentioned, it's like 134 degrees outside. Seems like the only time you can really go and get around in is right at sunrise without feeling like you're dying out there.
No, literally, like you can wake up at 6 and then come out, and then by the time like 11, like then it gets really hot.
Yeah.
So then you're like, all right, like whatever. But no, it's you can come out late, but it's still really hot. But it'll be good.
Absolutely. Ryder, appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today, and best of luck here this fall.
I appreciate you. Thank you guys for having me on, and I'll see you guys soon.